Let's do an Instagram poll. FIA, anybody in here? Y'all vote on whether or not we're going to punish Fernando and take his 100th podium like we took away Lewis's 8th world title.
Yeah.
Why not? While we're on Aston, we got to talk about Fernando's start, his penalties, and just the shit show that was.
Yeah.
I made a joke earlier. I was like, Fernando lined up wrong because he hasn't been on the front row in so fucking long. He forgot how to line up correctly.
Yeah.
But I get it. They got Esteban in Bahrain for lining up wrong, but I don't think that the FIA needs to be so annoyingly stringent. Do you gain a competitive advantage?
Right.
Do you like when you go off track and you take a spot, if you broke then you got to give it. Makes sense. I get that.
Absolutely.
But lining up a little to the left,
yeah,
is a 5-second penalty.
I know. To me, exactly that. It's the spirit of the rule versus the rules are rules, and F1 loves to be rules are rules until it's the end of the Abu Dhabi race, and then all of a sudden it is spirit of the rule. But
thank you, Geoff.
But for something like this, where exactly that, he doesn't gain an advantage, moving forward. If you're in front of the line, sure. If you roll the start or you jump the light, sure. But for this, his tire was just over the line to the left. It's like, okay, that didn't really even help him in his positioning, because then Checo flew over to the side and really boxed him in. So again, I don't know. I think there's grounds to be annoyed and frustrated if you're Aston Martin fans. And then on top of that,
I'm like having to hold back yelling because I don't want to peak my levels here.
Yeah. On top of that, so we have a safety car from Lance, which was a part of the master plan.
That was plan A. We're going to go with option A.
Yeah. Which then opened up the window to have a cheap and quick pit stop for Fernando, which was awesome. He goes into the pit. He has to serve his 5-second penalty from the penalty at the start of the grid in his positioning. He's sitting there for 5 seconds, and two things happen. One of the engineers is slightly with a finger touching the back of his car. And then another engineer who has the jack in the back,
the rear jack,
sets it into the back and doesn't actually, set it up, but it's touching the car. It's ready to go. And I think those were the 2 points of contact during the 5 seconds that then set off a 10-second penalty. I agree that is a penalty. I think that you can't touch the car. Yeah. Sure. Again, we're leaning in this rules are rules. You can't work on the car for the 5 seconds. I agree. The jack, I think, sets off. If you're actually touching the car, sure, whatever. Doesn't matter. Sure, he gets a 10-second penalty. The problem is he went on the
35 laps.
Yeah, he went on the podium. He got his champagne, like he said.
Pictures.
Crazy.
Everything.
Crazy. Did the interviews. Russell then doesn't get to do all of that. And it takes away his experience, takes away from Merck's excitement and momentum. It just completely botches the whole situation for me, that they couldn't just do that right away. They knew.
Agreed.
And then also, not that he could have probably pushed 10 seconds past to cover, maybe, but they don't even give him that option. They don't
He's
give him
a
that
world
option.
champion.
Yeah, so pretty frustrating.
And again, like he said, they had 35 laps to make this decision.
Yeah.
And so if you're going to make it, make it. And it feels to me, again, like they're like, well, let's see if anyone's really going to bitch about it. And maybe we'll decide about it later. I don't know. Do y'all want to do this? Let's do an Instagram poll. FIA, anybody in here? Y'all vote on whether or not we're going to punish Fernando and take his 100th podium like we took away Lewis's 8th world title.
Yeah.
Why not?
Hop into the Discord and let us know what you think.
It's set up. I mean, I built it. Grid penalty pod.
So weird.
I should do grid penalty F1. God damn it. I'm an idiot.
Anyway. Do grid penalty FIA. Yeah.
But yeah, that really pissed me off for him. And again, it's another instance where the FIA is blowing it. And it's like, pick a lane, y'all. Yeah. Pick a lane. I think if MBS was there, he wouldn't have done it. He would have just let that shit slide.
Let him slide, baby.
He would have been drunk. That's why.
Yes,
but,
true, true.